So this is essentially a new exterior wall from what was here. The stairs were in this garage space, and we moved the exterior wall into the garage and pushed the stairs inside to the conditioned space of the house.
The stairs used to be like 32 inches away from the wall. There's barely enough room to open the door.
Plus the rise and run of the stairs was all over the place from the old construction. And so reconfiguring that to have a comfortable rise and run was, yeah.
That was a common theme here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, they're a much more comfortable stair now too. So we added one tread, right?
Added one tread and increased the run overall.
Yeah. Sweet, Jason, you want to bring us in and talk to us about the finishes you put together?
You have the nice cable railings with the 𝗟𝗡𝗁 cable hardware. On this side, it's kind of fancy. It's just in the sheetrock, so it's actually in the 2x4 on the other side of the sheetrock, but it gives it that kind of
nice
finished,
clean look.
Yeah, clean look. And then, you know, the typical hardwood, white oak hardwood railings that are all stained and clear coated. We also had this neat feature here where I had to make a nosing in order to cap the luxury vinyl.
This is a nice, we love this Karndean vinyl plank. This stuff goes together nice, has a nice finish. It looks great. I think the transitions are the tricky part because in order to make it look really clean and look like a nice luxury floor, the transitions matter.
If you look over here, you see the last nosing of the stairs is I actually had to track saw the flooring because the angle it came in, so I had to track saw it and put this piece of nosing in and glue it and pin it to make it, you know, feel like one piece of flooring.
What song is that, Bill? The boys are back in town? Did you tune this or? Yes. Great. So here in the kitchen, this is one of my favorite spots. A lot of thought, planning, and effort went in here, that's for sure. So one of the things that Stephanie, the designer, and I were really working on in the beginning stages were how do we landscape the wall cabinets. And landscaping is the technique when the wall cabinets have different heights. Because the ceilings are so tall in here, if the cabinets all came across at one level, it looked kind of plain. So, you know, we didn't want to go up too high, but we wanted to create some depth. So, you know, and the results speak for themselves. It looks awesome in here, and having a little bit of varying depth of the cabinets and height, I think gives it a nice look. But there's some cool features in here for sure. We got some cool features here too, like we have this mixer lift over here. So you can pull this up. Just leave your mixer mounted right on here. I mean, getting the microwave hidden, but still really accessible, you know, so this is a great spot. And something that the client is really excited about is this. What color blue is it?
Cobalt blue.
You sure?
Yes.
Cobalt?
No,
it's not.
I call it dark blue.
No,
It's not cobalt. I kept calling it cobalt, but it's not.
Viking blue.
Yeah, it's this very special Viking blue, the range and the wall oven, which they're super excited for, and it looks awesome.
Also, we put some of these spice racks in here just to cut them down to size and kind of just made them fit that area. So they're just high enough to where you can reach them.
We put this kitchen in twice. You may, if you've been following along site visit videos, we've talked about that before. So by the time it came down to it, we made the decision to take the whole kitchen out. Countertops had already been installed, ship everything back, have it all refinished. And that was definitely the right decision to make because everything looks amazing now. The consistency is there. You know, the level of detail and finish that we strive for, we've achieved, and we just weren't feeling good about, you know, where it was at. So the manufacturer did great by us and worked with us to get that all done so that we can all have something that we're proud to stand behind. And it also gave us the opportunity to make the overhang a little bit deeper on the island. So there's a garbage disposal, and we usually do a little air switch in the countertop because when you have an island, you've got to come up with something to turn the garbage disposal on and off. So we actually got on the old interweb and found this cool little remote. turn the disposal on and off. Keeps the countertop nice and clean. The LED low voltage lighting is a great feature too. You know, we like the under cabinet, but we also did above cabinet here because it creates a nice ambiance. You know, puts off a good amount of light in the room too, but so that's all on full dimmer, and that's the task lighting LED tape light. So that's consistent across all of the wall cabinets, creates a nice upward glow. So this gable wall was a fun one.
Yeah, it was. It took a lot of time and effort, and I'm just proud of the whole team of getting it done. It was quite a feat. We had to remove, there was a loft that came across. We had like maybe 8 double hung windows on this wall. So getting everything down and doing it safely, and we had all the windows prior to the project, so we basically had to make the windows work in this space. So we had some really good plans, and we did everything by spec, and it all came out just perfect. We had all the crew working on it full time when we did, because everything was freestanding pretty much with some safety columns and such, and holding up the building. We were building a steel column outside with one crew, and inside just demoing it all and supporting. And we got it all together within about 2 days, and no birds came in the house, so that was good. And it was a fun time, and it just really came out perfect. It looks beautiful from the lake and from inside.
It's quite a transformation.
Yes,
This loft held this front wall together.
Yep.
So we really had to consider the wind shear load on the face of this wall. I mean, totally worth all the effort, because this is the wow factor right here. You come in through the front door, you look out through here. And up at the top of the stairs, that's pretty sweet too. When you're up at the top of the stairs, you can just see right out through. We slimmed those columns down at the top of the stairs as much as we could. The one that's got the handrail into it, that has a 3.5-inch, half-inch thick steel column inside of it. Even though you look at these posts, you know, this landing up here, this had to get, after it was all drywalled and everything, we had to pad that out like 3 inches. That holds up the second floor and the roof right up through. Another really cool thing is, you know, this fireplace used to extend into the living room and have that nice flush fireplace surround, so all that natural stone veneer. It looks nice and clean with the linear fireplace. Turn it on for you right now, but we don't have any gas because they're replacing the gas tank today. So I also made this really cool niche for the TV above the fireplace, so that when you mount it and you look at it from the side, the face of the TV would just be flush with the face of the wall. So that'd be pretty cool. Having a conversation with the clients, and we're like, well, we could do this, we could do that. She's like, could you round it? It's like, yeah, that's a great idea. That would be awesome. So although there's no other rounded, you know, wall in the home, this just, it looks clean, it looks good, because we would have had something here or here, somewhere along the way, because that fireplace is in here. So that's what we came up with. It looks awesome, nice and clean. Getting it all framed into the sloped ceiling was, you know, a little bit of a challenge, but it came out great. And John, our drywall plaster guy, did an awesome job getting that smooth. So pretty happy with all that. What's the jingle?
The mechanical room.
Nice.
So we had this space, and we had an extra washer and dryer. So we brought them downstairs. We plumbed them in. We had some new plumbing going on anyways down here for the new bathroom, the guest bathroom. So we just brought the drain down a little further. We picked up this new slop sink that they didn't have down here, and the washer and dryer. And this wall, we reinforced it and actually created a shear wall for those steel column upstairs to add some more support on the actual the footing down here. And so we just used the space, and now they have extra washer and dryer for guests and coming off the lake.
This will work really good for putting all the towels and beach gear and all that stuff. Put it down here and keep it from going upstairs in the nice laundry room. So
So this is the upcoming laundry room. We'll have like a folding bench here with a shelf up high. And as you come down here, there's going to be some sort of hanging rack with pipes, possibly some 2 verticals with several horizontals.
There's mini splits in the 2 offices, but not in the rest of the common area in the lower level. So there's no dehumidification since there's not AC, but it stays cool enough. However, we do want to manage the moisture in the home. So we got this beautiful 𝗏𝗏 dehumidifier that is pulling from the game room and about 40% from this unfinished utility area. And it's all on autopilot. So there's a setting in there. It runs a little bit of a test cycle every 13 minutes or something like that, checks the moisture level and dehumidifies as needed. And it's plumbed in, so you don't have to empty a bucket or anything like that. So this works well, kind of set it and forget it, except for don't forget to clean your filters, people.
This is the new deck structure. We kind of removed and replaced the existing structure and extended it a little bit over there to tie into the new porch. We had to add a couple of new footings over here. We use those really awesome techno posts that make our life super easy. They come out, install those, and we can start building on them the very next day. This new deck, we reframed it with some big carrier beams to get away from some of the drop beams the way that they had framed the deck before, to kind of maintain the most height that we could and not obstruct the view and the appearance of the lake, not having those big drop beams underneath. Kind of a more clean look having these solid carrier beams coming across. So we have a 28-foot glue lamb coming across the front here, some 14-foot glue lambs coming across there. Down at the other end, we have some glue lamb carrier beams coming across with another glue lamb, hanging a glue lamb off of a glue lamb, and that just kind of helps carry the load of the structure across. We even framed the joist 14 inches on center to stiffen things up that much more. We have the 𝗏𝗏 decking up there, so anytime we're using the PVC decking, we try to tighten up our joist span and our spacing just to make the deck that much more rigid. Behind you, we have the giant set of stairs. That's 20-foot stair stringers, 18 rises on that, and we added 5 stringers in there. We probably could have got away with 4, but we did 5 just to, again, stiffen things up and make it a really nice, solid system. All these posts, too, we actually left temporary posts in throughout the main construction of the project because these are nice cedar 6x6, all finished up and arbor coat, and we were worried about them getting damaged during the construction process, so we left temporary posts in, and then towards the end of it we actually swapped out the permanent post. Stainless, really nice stainless hardware. Anytime you're using cedar, you want to use stainless hardware so the tannins and the metals don't contaminate each other and you get discoloration on the cedar.
Josh, you want to show us your favorite spot of the project?
All right, well, this is my favorite feature of the house, is the 180 view from this beautiful deck. And you can see there's an eagle's nest over on that island over there. All the eagles come out and hang out over here in the trees.
How many did you count that day, Jason?
I don't know, over 20.
It was really hard to pay attention and install these. It was snowing, it was cold, and we had eagles flying overhead. So it took a little bit longer that day to get where we wanted to get.
Maybe
showed up
a little bit of eagle calling here and there.
Jason's outside playing eagle noises on his phone.
What's the, what do we have for decking and railing parts, Josh?
We have the 𝗏𝗏 chestnut color decking with the Key-Link cable rails.
Keylink. Our friends at Keylink, we love their railings.
Yeah, we love the Key-Link railings.
Sneaky peeky. Their Key-Link fencing railing systems. Look at this. Our stainless steel coils, 500 feet of this stuff here.
So another cool spot on this deck is this 135-degree single post railing section. Jeremy did a great job at configuring this all out and making sure that the cables were going to come through the post and align through the center post and balusters, and same way on the other end, all, you know, to have that clean look. So
You guys did a great job putting it in. That you had to figure that all perfectly so that the cables stayed, you know, set in from the perimeter the exact same amount as it swept through, which meant your post placement was very critical.
Well, we try to start with the largest rail sections first because we have to cut each section. And when, let's say, you have 27 rail sections, if you cut one wrong, and if you're starting at the small sections, you start running out of options really quick.
But you did it. It looks great.
We did.
Yeah.
So the front edge of this deck is actually one cable from one end all the way down to the bottom of the stairs. So that was pretty cool too, you know.
Yeah, there's just cable sweeps right through everything. And this Keylink hardware railing system is awesome. All of their components are internal to the posts. So, you know, you don't see any, you know, like there isn't really that option necessarily on the interior, especially with a wood post. But all of the finger joints and the tensioners, all that stuff is internal in the posts. And these posts come with a sweep installed. So there's a 90-degree sweep on the corner post. So when you push the cable in, you know, it's got a nice collar sweep inside that just sweeps right through. So that's how we were able to kind of run through these 135-degree corners too, is they have those nice sweeps installed. So this is a great system. And we're really excited that Keylink came out with a new railing they debuted at IBS, the International Builder Show, Kitchen and Bath Industry Show this winter, which we got to see. And it has the cocktail rail on top. So, and you can do tape lighting underneath the cocktail rail. So cocktail rail, like you take, you know, one of the PVC decking boards or whatnot and have it on top, and it will run over the posts. So really excited to get to use that on an upcoming project because they definitely are our favorite for cable railings, and to get to add that option is pretty exciting.
You know what to do, Keylink.
Is this the proper way to clean these?
Yeah, this is how you clean off your stairs. Some good pair of Dad Nude Balance sneakers. Check out those socks, huh, Bill?
They're great.
They look cozy.
They are cozy.
Does it feel the same on each foot, or
Well,
does it feel?
it's so I can tell what my left and my right is.
That's good.
That puppy ain't moving.
If you like the video, please follow along. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I think it's over here, here, somewhere. Swipe up. Thanks for following along.